Well, hello, friends and family, and welcome to Jim's In Town Gardening and also Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. So it is a wet, cold. I know it's going to rain. They're talking about snow. I think we are it's either April 14th or 15th. Today's Friday. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time outside today. I've been trying to do a lot of cleaning up, raking, and just cleaning up stuff. Rabbits are doing good, but I thought I'd give you guys a break from rabbits. So I'm doing something different today or this year. On my tomatoes, usually I plant a lot earlier than we are right now. Now, normally I try to get my tomato plants out Memorial Day weekend. That's usually around the last frost, although last year we had a killing frost for 2 or 3 days, the end of, well, it was about 2 weeks after Memorial Day weekend. So, the weather has been so hard to predict. Normally the last of the snow leaves my yard May 1st. I've made that mention the last 3 years. I've got the lawn all raked now, so here we are, the middle of April. You just don't know. But yet they're talking we could get some snow tonight and tomorrow. So I've waited on my tomatoes. I'm going to plant them today. In this seed rack, usually they grow so well. Germination time is usually about half the time that the packages say. It's warm in here. It's got light reflecting off of the reflectix. So oftentimes when I have to wait for the weather, they get pretty tall. So I wanted to eliminate this this year. Last year, and why I got thinking about this, last year I had all my starts out, and we had that killing frost, and I mean, it killed everything. I lost peas. I've never seen that happen here, but it was so cold that we lost peas. So I'm scrambling around trying to find, 6 packs. I didn't want to buy pots and pay the big money, in the box stores for tomato plants. I mean, $6, $7, $8 a pot for a tomato plant, and I wanted to plant a lot of tomatoes last year. So they were in 3 packs, and I mean, these babies are only that tall. And I'm thinking, you know what? I've got to do something. So I planted them. I had my best tomato year ever. So, I'm not afraid of putting young plants out there. You might have to watch them a little bit more, but that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to plant. So let me get you down here so you can see. I have my seed starting mix all dampened off. You squeeze it. I saw 1 drop fall. It's nice and crumbly. It's nice and damp. So I've got my cells filled except for this one. So we'll fill that. I don't have a whole lot of room to do this, so. Now, I'm not planting any special type of tomato except for one. There's been one. I bought these a couple years ago, and come planting time, because I had it in a different place, got by me. So this year I'm planting them. I had it, so I had them right with my tomato seeds. I know where they were, and we're going to plant them. And that is Boxcar Willie. Now, this is a very, very old variety. It is an heirloom variety. I am so excited. I've read a lot of reviews over the past years. They're a nice looking tomato, and a lot of people rave over the flavor of them. So I am definitely going to be planting those. Let's clean these back up. Now, I may get 2 videos up today. The other one that I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a bunch of cole plants, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Okay, so welcome back. I had to run down and grab a pen. I thought Leanna would have a pen in here. This is their sewing room. This is my seed rack. So it's a growing room, sewing room, guest bedroom, catch-all room right now. In the next week or two, that will probably all change. It will be seed rack, sewing room, guest bedroom. There's a lot of boxes that need to come out. And anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to move things over so you can see them. I'm going to poke the little holes for the tomato seeds. And I believe they want them, if I remember right, it's like a half an inch deep, quarter inch deep. Yeah, I should have known that. So let me see if you can. So I'm going to start here. Just poke a little hole in the soil. Normally I try to get pretty close to the center. And the first ones I'm going to plant are my boxcar willies. I am so excited to see what I get out of these. I've wanted to grow these for, it's been 3 or 4 years. Just want to try one of those old varieties. And I got more than 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 6 of those little babies. Now, I'm going to fill you in with a little secret. Leanna said don't plant many tomatoes this year. I planted a lot last year, and we had a bumper crop. It was the best year ever for my tomatoes. What she doesn't know is I'm planting a whole tray of them. But you know what? I can always use these. I'll plant. I will plant. I have the option of selling some plants. I could sell some tomatoes. I know what I'm going to do is just pet those down a little bit. But the other thing, friends, there are so many needy families in this area that, those that could have a place that they could raise some tomatoes, they could. But don't tell her. Don't tell her. Okay, so I already have my marker all filled for them. Those are the boxcar willies, so I'm going to stick that in there. Now, where you're planting, so if you're planting a lot of varieties, light's not real good there, getting a lot of light from the window. It's important to mark these. But the other thing, if I take these out and I transplant them, I'm hoping I don't have to with my tomatoes. I'm hoping it will work out right. You'll know for when you put them into your next pots, and then you're going to want to make markers for each one of that if you've got a lot of varieties. With my peppers, that was a big thing because I've got a lot of hot peppers, I got sweet peppers, and I can't look at a plant and tell you, oh, okay, that's a jalapeno or that's an ace, or I'm not that good. Some people can, I'm not that good. All right, so that was those. Now, this is one, and this is probably, actually it should tell me the year. It doesn't. I've had these for a while. These are called Burgess Climbing Triple L Crop. Now, I tried a couple plants because I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to have, like on cattle fence, the cattle wire, I wanted to do like an archway going into my garden, and I was going to have one of these on each on each side growing up. These are supposed to get really tall. So I'm going to do that because, again, I may do some trellising out in the garden. Let me poke my holes in. So I may do that. So I'm going to plant 6 of those. And again, with all my tomato plants, you know, once you've got your, I need one more. Oh, maybe I'm not going to get 6. I got 5. What I'm going to do is I do have 6 in there. I'm going to fast forward this video. You know, if you want to watch me putting the different ones in, that's fine. That seed may not do it. Or I can just take you back when I'm all done, show you what I do next. Very simple. I cover it. I keep them dark till they come up. Now, this soil isn't too bad, but if you wanted to mist them after, you know, after you get them all in, you could mist the top of it if you want. I usually don't do that. What I usually do is I might put like 1/4 of an inch of water down in the bottom, and then in about a day I'll see if the top is starting to lighten up. As a rule, in this seed rack, I go through about 1/2 gallon for 2 trays, and that seems to give me just enough water to keep them going. I don't want mold coming up on the top. I always water from the bottom, so what I would do is when I go to dump my water in, I'd lift this tray, put it, you know, dump the water in here. Probably can't see. You know, I dump the water here. You could take it out. But anyways, that seems to work really good. I get the water that I need. So yeah, so I will bring you back when I get done planting them all. Okay, friends, well, welcome back. So I've got those all planted. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them in my my seed rack. There we go. And I'll keep them in there for, well, until they start germinating, and then I'll lift my my dome off of it, and then I'll keep them in there until, they get, like I said, I'm hoping I can put them right into the garden. You know, they may be 5 or 6 inches. I'm hoping they don't get up to the foot height, because if they get that tall, I'm going to have problems with my lights on in my grow rack here. I don't want them up against the light. Usually what I try to do is keep the lights about 1/2 inch above them. But what I'll do is I'll try to keep them in there, put them in the dark corner. I didn't miss these. This is wet enough. I should be all right. You know, tomorrow morning when I check, if I see the soil on the top's getting light. Now what you can do, and like I said, I haven't even used this year. I haven't had to, you know, fill this up and just go and mist them all. But like I said, I've got the soil damp enough. Usually my plants come up really quick. Usually it takes about half the time of what the package says. So we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I hope a lot more people grow something for themselves. You know, we're in a time that with so many uncertainties, you know, if you can grow some of your own food, I hope you try. So this is going to be going on later on today. The next video that I'm going to do, I'll be planting my cold crops, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. I'll show you how I do that. Today I also may transplant those peppers, and I'm going to replant the ones that didn't come up real well because I want a lot of peppers this year. So I'll bring you along on that. I don't know if that one will get on today or tomorrow. So if you see me wearing my same shirt like 3 or 4 videos in a row, know that it's all the same day. Friends, thank you so much for all your support. Get out there and grow something. I think it's so important. You know, when we get out into the garden and I plant my lettuce, first things I plant out there will be the lettuce, spinach. I've got onion plants that should be here first week of May, I believe. Those I'll get out there. Peas. Now, with my peas, I'm not going to be growing in my garden. Last 2 years, there's a garden spot one of my neighbors has let me use. Last year, I did all my coal crops there. I got them in late. We had a drought year. They did not do so well. We got some out of it, but it didn't do real well. This year, I'm going to get the pea plants. I'll plant my peas in there. I'll take you along as I do that. Again, I'm waiting for somebody. I had an opportunity to buy 2 old tractors. Old, I'm saying in the 70s. One of them has a rototiller. My tractor needs some work. I did a stupid thing last year, and I've got to do some major work on the front end of it. So I'm hoping to get those. What my plan is to go completely through both those tractors. I'd like to find a single bottom plow for one and a harrow for the other. The one tractor has a 3-point hitch. It's got a beautiful rototiller. I haven't seen it run yet. This is what the guy's supposed to do for me, is make sure they run before I buy them. He's given me a really good price. So I'm excited. You know, I haven't had to rototill my garden for a lot of years where I do the back to Eden gardening. But with my neighbor's garden, I can show you, you know, the traditional American way of planting a garden like that. So I'm kind of excited to do that too. Hopefully I can get all this done before the black flies come. The black flies here in Maine they carry you away. They're this little tiny fly, but boy, I'll tell you what, they got a bite, and they come in swarms. So I'm hoping I can get all that done before those little things come. So again, thanks for supporting us, friends. Love you guys. God bless you. Don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. I'm noticing a lot of people who haven't subscribed that have been watching the videos, and I'm so thankful that you're watching them. But it would be great if you subscribe to me too. I'll subscribe back. I want to see what you're doing too. I'm hoping when we get into some of the rainy days, I can spend some time just watching videos when I'm not outside taking care of the rabbits or cleaning up or gardening, because I want to support a lot of the channels that have been supporting me. I think it's important. Don't think that you're not thought of. Don't think that I don't appreciate you visiting and supporting our channel, because I do. It's just time, and I really don't know how some of you do it. To be able to do all your gardening and your animals and all that. With the ministry, that takes a lot of my time, and that needs to come first. God is my first love, and I need to pay attention to that. But anyways, I'm not going to ramble. Love you guys. Thanks again. God bless.